All right. Good evening, everybody. We are live here at Bristol Motor Speedway with Happy Hour Racing. Ben, you're with me here?
I'm here.
Now, Andrew is currently on vacation, so he kind of left me alone here. But,
oh, not alone. I wouldn't say that. I was here last week when you were driving.
Well, that's true. That's true. All right. I'll give you that. All right. So, we got 170 laps here at Bristol tonight. What are you looking for from these racers tonight?
Well, this is supposed to be the world's fastest half mile, and the banking on this track is incredible, so I think we're going to see some real tight racing. It's not going to be like last week where you can go 3 wide either. I don't think it's going to be a bit more intricate, if you could, I guess you could say.
Yeah, it's going to be for sure. You know, these guys actually have to, you know, hit breaking points, more or less.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I mean, it's not just flat out balls to the wall. You actually have to...
There's some tire management here.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, so I know I raced these in... well, I didn't race these. I raced at Bristol in the camping series trucks. And, yeah, I believe one set of tires I pulled off was like 64% in the front right. So,
yep.
Yeah, it's yeah, it was fun, but it was a little bit dangerous.
I hear you, man. I hear you. So, who you thinking is going to be in top position tonight?
Top position here, it's hard to say, really. Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, all these drivers out here, I mean, just by looking at it, you know, like we have Mason Neal, we got Ty Dahlman, Brian Mansfield, Tyler Robertson, Eddie Baker, Christopher Rawlings, Mike Killenbeck, Kevin Coleman, James Smith, Logan Hoskins, and Spencer Brown.
Out of all those people last week, I mean, I'm pretty sure every one of them last week made some sort of appearance towards the front, and it makes it really hard picking who you think's going to finish at the top this time around.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but I mean, last week Daytona is a completely different beast. I mean, you know, as you saw last week, you know, guys could come from the back and be in first place all within a lap.
With that draft, yep, that's right.
Now, here, they're actually going to have to race each other. I mean, this track isn't just about drafting. So, it'll be interesting to see for sure. And how these guys, you know, preserve their tires. Are they going to kind of, you know, sit middle of the pack, kind of sit 3/4 throttle, save the fuel, save the tires? Or are they just going to go for it? It's hard to say.
That's true, Rob. It's really a math game here. You're going to have to play the long game and not try to win it all in the first half of the race.
Oh, yeah, exactly. And I mean, I believe we're doing 170 laps today.
I think so.
Let me just double check that just to make sure. Oh, we're doing 150 laps.
Wow, close enough.
So, I mean, you will see a lot of guys push. I mean, that's just racing. They want to get out front. They want to get the points. But it may just be smarter to just kind of sit in the middle.
You know, that's what I'm thinking. Sit in the middle, buy your time, and then, you know, you're going to be buying your fuel and your tires. You can make a run for it at the end there. Maybe the last 10 laps, give her hell. But if you're going all out, you're going to be in the pits, definitely getting at least one set of tires, and that's not where you want to be in this race.
No, not at all. And I mean, so with this race, they have only 3 sets of tires. Well, 4 total, so the ones on their car now and 3 extra sets. And they have 2 quick repairs.
That's going to be dangerous tonight with the quick repairs, I think. Well, not with the quick repairs, I should say. I think the cautions are going to be dangerous here tonight with all the speed in the corners. It's going to be interesting to see how these guys hang on.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're set to start qualifying here in a few seconds.
All right. Give us a better idea of how everybody's feeling this week.
Yeah. So we're just...
Speaking of feeling this week, how are you feeling this week, Rob?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I mean, it's been a long week. I've been all over the world.
I know you were in Germany last night. How'd that go?
It was great. I mean, you know, there was a front battle with, you know, JP Alfonso, Jose Puig, and Eric McCauley, and it was a repeat of the week before at Monza. Although there was a little bit of shakeup, so Jose did get a drive-through penalty at the end. So instead of finishing second, he finished 5th. But ultimately, JP won the race, and
wow.
it was an absolutely amazing race.
How was that track? I've never been there myself.
It was very, very intricate and very technical.
Sounds German to me.
Yeah. Oh, as you see Mason Neal spin out there.
Oh man, yeah. See, that's going to be the tricky part of this track. I mean, it's a concrete track as well, so, you know, maybe the grip it and all there like the guys are used to on some of these asphalt tracks.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, especially with these cold tires right now, it takes a good 5-10 laps before they get warm enough so that, you know, they have the grip needed to come around this track. And it looks like so Mason Neal didn't post a time yet. I think, well, that was going to be his first time lap. But he spun out there on the front stretch.
Oh, I wonder what everybody's paint's going to look like tonight. I see a few familiar faces from last week.
Yeah, and some of them are very, very, very similar. So let's see if I can get... I don't believe I can get my results for qualifying yet.
Having some issues over there?
Not really issues. Just we're kind of... They haven't put everything together, so I'm not able to pull it up.
Yep.
Maybe watch Spencer Brown and Brendan McLaughlin go around here.
I think Brandon's going to have a good night.
Yeah, so currently his lap was a 15:10. And it looks like... Oh, Mason Neal did post a time as 14.69.
Oh, wow.
Like.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, no, into the wall.
Spencer Brown crash into the wall there.
You know, I hope that's not the story of the night. It's just going to be who can avoid the wrecks the longest, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. So let's see if we can pull up our grid here. I don't think we can yet. They haven't compiled the information for me yet, so...
Yep, that's the people in the back of the booth. I understand that.
Yeah. So we'll wait for that. Looks like everybody has qualified, so we're just waiting for everybody to grid up here. So, a little bit about the track tonight. So it is a 0.52 mile in length. It's currently 78 degrees, 55% relative humidity, partly cloudy with 2 mile per hour winds.
Same as always, it seems like.
Same as always. But the interesting thing is our track temperature is sitting at 106 degrees Fahrenheit.
That's a little spicy. A little spicy.
Yeah. So, you know, with that temperature, tire wear is going to be a big factor. I know when I race these at when I raced on this track, it was at night. So the track wasn't that warm. But I still went, 20, 30 laps on a set of tires, and they were sitting at like 64%. So
that's the thing about the hot tracks is it'll heat up your tires quick, but it'll also eat them up quick. So
yeah,
you're gonna find you have grip fast, but then you're gonna start spinning out fast. It's gonna be one of those nights of tire management. I don't feel like fuel is gonna be too much of a concern. This time around as much as the tires.
Yeah, that's true. So currently right now what we're looking at is we have Mason Neal in first, Tyler Robertson in the number 5 car, Brian Mansfield in the number 11 car in third. Fourth, we got the 00 of Kevin Coleman. Fifth, we got the 45 of James Smith. Sixth, we got the 01 of Christopher Rawlings. Seventh, we got the number 70 of Mike Killenbeck. Eighth, we got the number 29 of Eddie Baker. Ninth, we got the 34 of Ty Dahlman. 10th, we got the number 48 of Logan Hoskins. 11th, we got the 95 of Spencer Brown. And rounding out the field, in 12th, we have the 81 of Brendan McLaughlin.
All right. Looks like the pace car's taking off. That 00 Wawa car had a pretty good week last week. I don't know if you remember seeing that car from behind the wheel.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. I believe he actually took that race last week as well.
I didn't want to say because I didn't want to be wrong, but that's what I was thinking. I think you could hear my thoughts.
So as we come around, I believe the pace car will not dip off, so we still have at least 1 to green. But it looks like the lights are off.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so we will be 1 to green. So here we're looking at number 49 of Mason Neal here.
It's quite a bright paint job he's got going on tonight.
Yeah.
Stacking pennies.
Tyler Robertson in a Pepsi car. Brian Mansfield in that number 11 autism awareness car.
Love that car. That guy is always putting on a great show and always showing his support for the autism awareness.
The pace car is off, and we will come around, and we are on.
Green. Yeah, let's go. Oh, wow. Mason Neal just pulling off.
Yeah, so we got a massive jump on everybody here, and everybody else is just kind of filing through.
That could be good or bad. I wouldn't mind being in the middle of the pack right now.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I mean, you know, right now with it being early on, and it looks like Logan Hoskins is about to be lapped here. I'm not sure what happened there.
Possibly having some trouble. I don't know.
Oh no, that's Eddie Baker.
Is it? Okay.
That is Eddie Baker in the number 29. He dropped 4 spots, so I'm not sure what happened there. Actually, it looks like he jumped to the pits.
I might have had some last minute repair he had to make or something.
Could have been. Let's just go take a look at that just to see what happened here. Oh, and it's not going to let me, I don't think. Nope.
It happens.
And we are under caution.
Yeah, we missed something.
So it looks like Tyler Robertson crashed. Let's take a look here.
Oh, here we go. Yep. Looks like somebody got loose in turn number 1 here.
Yeah, so it looks like it didn't look like there was contact there. No. But he collects Brian Mansfield and a bunch of other people.
Oh, man, that's like pull back to the field. I think only one person made it out of there clean.
Yeah. So it looks like Brendan McLaughlin, Ty Dahlman, Christopher Rawlings, Spencer Brown. Yeah, we're all collected in that.
That's a shame. That's the thing about these narrower tracks. You don't really have any room to go around these guys sometimes, and that's just what happens right there. He took up the whole track, and all these guys just got swept into the right with them.
Yeah, absolutely. And it looks like the number 48 of Logan Hoskins there has some heavy front end damage, as well as the number 1.
Exactly. Yep.
Wow.
Looks like we have a couple guys already set to pit.
Yeah. We have, looks like Spencer Brown, Tyler Robertson, Ty Dahlman, Christopher Rollins, Eddie Baker, Spencer Brown have all entered the pits. It was a heavy, heavy crash, too.
Oh, yeah. So I guess our top 5 made it out without too much damage there, or any damage. Oh, wait, that number 48 looks beat up on my end. I don't know if it's just my my eyes or not.
Well, we can take a look here. The number 48, that's of Logan Hoskins, yeah. Yeah, he has some damage on that front end for sure.
Oh, yeah. Left the bumper out there on one of them turns. Looks like he's gonna take a pit, I think, here.
I don't know. He might be staying out, but is this the right call though? I mean, you know.
Well, I hate to bring it up, Rob, but last week you had a similar situation. You saw what happened. I mean.
Yeah, and I mean, and I didn't nearly have as much damage as Logan does here.
Exactly. You don't really know until you get going.
Yeah. Mind you, the draft isn't that big of a factor here. So he may just be thinking, you know what, I'll just ride it out. But I don't know. I see him dropping back fairly quickly once we got under green here. As we have 1 to go, the lights are off on the pace car. we will be green the next time by. So we'll keep an eye out on Logan with that damage to his front. It looks like everybody else in the field has gotten fixed up.
You know, he might just be buying his time. You know, he's got those 2 quick repairs, and he's probably certain that there's going to be another caution, and he might be in a better spot to take a pit then.
I mean, it's hard to say. I mean, I don't know how he is, but we are back green, and it looks like Kevin Coleman got a little bit of a jump there on Mason Neal, but Mason Neal holds him off there.
He's got a fast car tonight.
Yeah. And Logan Hoskins seems like he's still holding steady.
Now, I'm surprised he's hanging in there so well.
Yeah,
You're right.
absolutely.
You know, the draft isn't as big here, so if he doesn't have any suspension damage, he might be okay.
Yeah, it seems like it right now anyways, and I think sounds like somebody's into the wall. But I don't see anything, so we have Mason Neal with a fairly decent lead here. Now, I know we didn't do it during practice, and it kind of got away from me, but the same thing happened between Andrew and I when it came to dirt. But everything just happened so quick. We didn't make our picks for tonight.
Oh, that's true.
With only 16 laps, it looks like Christopher Rawlings has crashed. So we'll take a look at that. Christopher Rawlings in the number 1 car. Yeah, he just gets spun.
Oh, man.
He collected Ty Dahlman there as well.
Yep. Tough break.
Yeah. That's unfortunate.
Well, I'll tell you, my pick's going to be easy, man. Let's see. The number 0 car from last week.
Yep. Okay.
Started, I don't know I can't remember where they started, but they wound up all the way in the back, man, and wound up taking the whole race towards the end there.
Yeah.
And that's just takes some skill in my book. So I think he might have the cojones to pull this one off again this week.
All right. Well, you want? Yeah. I mean, just because Andrew's not here, I'm gonna have to go with his man Eddie Baker. I know he
gets a lot of talk out here.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, he's a great short track racer, and you know, I know how he races. He kind of likes to sit there and just wait, and then make his move once it gets down to it. But I mean, you know, we still have 122 laps or 122 laps to go, so really anything can happen tonight.
It's very true. And I also have a good feeling about Brian Mansfield. He did well last week. I think he got caught up in one of the cautions, and it kind of ruined his night. But between them 2 guys right there, I'd say, you know, we'll at least have a podium finish for one of them.
Oh yeah, absolutely, and I feel the same. And I mean, it's hard because, yeah, no, I'm gonna stick with Eddie Baker.
Hey, well, I'm the new guy around here, so you know him better than me. So I'm just going off of my limited information from the past, 3 weeks.
That's fair. All right. I believe the lights are off on the pace car, so maybe a 1 to green here.
That sounds like somebody just pulled out the pit.
Yeah, I think it was Ty Dahlman that just came out of the pits there.
Forgive me, though, if I sound a bit stuffed up, guys. I'm a bit under the weather, and I'm staying far away from Rob so he doesn't catch it.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, yeah. I mean, but it's the time of year right now. but it kind of sucks.
Yeah, it does. It does. It's got me out of work this week, but I'm anxious to get back into the swing of things and just keep this as my side gig. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you. I mean, that's the way it is for me. I mean, as much as I love doing this, it doesn't pay the bills right now. So
nope. Hopefully one day. You never know.
Hopefully one day. Yeah, absolutely. So right now, as we stand, we got Neal, Killenbeck, Coleman, Mansfield, Hoskins, Smith. Pace car is off, and we are green, and Neal. It's hard to say. Mike is right there with him, but
but he got around him. And did he get his car inspected for this race? I swear he's running a supercharger or something on that thing.
See, we said the same thing on Monday night about Logan Hoskins, because he absolutely dominated the 360 sprints, but we weren't able to find the car because he sent it off into the woods somewhere.
Well, I hope Mason doesn't have the same fate as that. I'd like to see what this guy can do.
Yeah, well, I mean, with the stands there, I don't think he'll get anywhere close to a
Well,
forest.
no, you know what I mean. I don't want to see him end up in the wall if he's having a good night. Oh, we lost somebody there on the bottom of the track. Got loose into the wall. Yeah, I couldn't quite tell who it was. I don't know if they are.
Well, the officials didn't.
They
didn't mark it down, and it looks
all
like.
All I saw was a yellow thing, and it may have been. It may have been Brian.
Oh, it could have been, and I mean, we just watched Logan hit the wall there too, so.
Just gonna be one of them nights. I mean, this is a fast, tough track to race on.
Oh, it is, and we currently got like a 4-car battle here for fourth, between James Smith, Logan Hoskins, Eddie Baker, and Kevin Coleman.
Yeah, Hoskins doesn't seem to know where he wants to run. Up high, down low. You'd think down low would be fast, but
yeah,
I guess a little bit of draft there.
So down low is fast, but the thing you have to worry about is, your tire wear at that point. Because, I mean, you only have 4 sets of tires. So with 120 laps to go, 4 sets of tires isn't all that much when it comes down to it.
That's true. And if I recall, that 48 car had to get his car fixed. It looks like he got a new bumper on there. So who knows if he already took a set of tires or not.
Yeah, it's hard to say. I'm not 100% sure there, but it looks like the number 5, Tyler Robertson. I think he's a lap down, to be honest. Let's just see here.
Yeah, well, he's pushing hard.
Yeah, so he is a lap down. So. But he's trying to get that lap back. He's trying to stay ahead of the 81 of Brendan McLaughlin, so that when and if a caution comes out, he'll have the lucky dog pass.
That's true. Very true. I suspect we'll see another caution at some point in this race.
Oh, for sure. I mean, it's pretty inevitable, especially when it's a short track and these drivers are really, really quick around it. So, I mean, we're currently looking at lap times of currently 15 seconds. But it's hard to say. So
I'm knocking on wood. I don't know if you can hear me, but Mason Neal is just running away with this race right now. He's got to be feeling pretty good.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, he's got a 2-second gap on Mike Killenbeck in second. So, I mean, yeah, he's got a commanding lead right now. But the thing is, with him being out there, he's not really saving fuel.
That's true.
And it
That's very true.
Looks like there was a little bit of contact between James Smith and Mike Killen back there.
See a few guys getting loose already.
Yeah. So it looks like Brian Mansfield has taken that second position.
There we go. I told you. But there we got Mason Neal. I mean, I wouldn't suspected one person would be walking away so early in the race with a lead like that.
No, I mean, we are 40 laps in. I mean, so, but it all comes down to driving line. I mean, if you can get around fast, you're going to get that gap. So
the tricky part is so early in the race, anything can happen. And like you had mentioned, tires and fuel, you're going to have to stop at some point. So you're going to lose that position at some point in the race, and can you get it back? But with the way that hot rod's running, I don't think it'll be too big of a problem.
I don't think so. I mean, but I do think that he's praying for a caution, because a caution will come out. He'll be able to get down, and he'll be able to get fuel, and then he'll go from there. And then he'll be able to make up the ground that he lost while he was in the pits, because I mean, just from last week.
Lost somebody.
Yeah, and we are back yellow. It looks like Brendan McLaughlin crashed there, and it looks like he collected Ty Dahlman as well. Yeah, so looks like he just drove it a little too hard, gave it gas a little too quick.
That's right.
And just caught that wall.
Happens.
Yeah, and Dahlman really had nowhere to go, and he almost rolled it over.
Oh man, what a way to get knocked out of the lead lap there.
Yeah.
Looks like everybody's taking a pit, probably taking a couple, maybe 4 tires. Now, do you think they're going to be taking all 4, or just taking maybe the right side?
So with 46 laps in, they're going to take tires. They're going to take tires. They're going to get, because they have 4 sets. So I mean, their tires have probably taken a beating, especially with the track temperature the way it is.
See Mason Neal get out there so quick. That boy's having a good night.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, it looked like everybody did take 4 that we were looking at least.
Yeah. So currently in first, we have Logan Hoskins.
Oh, his car's looking rough.
Yeah. And then
he's pitting.
Okay, yeah, he's coming down a pit. So he may have been a lap down. Actually, I do believe he was a lap down. So he had to stay out because he couldn't pit with everybody else.
Yeah, so Hoskins has made his way up front after that first incident. We were talking about him earlier, missing his front bumper, and he found himself in first place. Looks like Mason Neal fell back to 3rd, but I don't think he's going to have trouble making that time back up.
No, not at all. And I mean, the way he's been on this track, he's really, really quick. So, yeah, he won't have a hard time at all to get back.
Sorry,
where
he looks like he's in 2nd place.
Yeah, so Dahlman is 2 laps down. So currently it'll be Hoskins, Neal, Mansfield, Baker, Killingbeck.
Night's going pretty much as I expected it to go. Guys are just getting loose, and I didn't expect them taking out a bunch of people in that first wreck we had, but this is pretty much what I thought. It's hot out there, and when you're losing tire grip, you get on the gas too soon around these high bank turns, you're going to spin around.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I mean, it really goes for any race. You gas it too quick, you give it too much throttle, you don't give it enough brake, you're going to end up turning yourself. I mean, that's just how inertia works. So So it
Looks like we're about to go green here on the next pass around.
Yeah.
Interesting. Oh, go ahead.
So now with Bristol, there is pits on the front and back stretch. So that's why it looked like we were kind of on the front stretch there. But we are green.
Oh, here we go. Yep.
And Neil just walks.
That is
He
amazing.
just shoots off.
Now I'm
Looks
wondering
like-
if it's a fuel thing. If he's not loading up on fuel like the rest of these guys are.
I mean, I don't think so. Because, I mean, you want to be out there as long as you can. So you're going to take as much fuel as you can. I mean,
think so.
I mean, especially with, 100 laps left. If there was like 40 laps left and you were short on fuel, you'd probably only take half a tank. So you're lighter, but you still have enough fuel to last the race.
Yeah, I guess we won't know until we talk to him later.
Yeah, absolutely. And these camera guys have done amazing with these cameras.
Oh yeah.
Now,
Great.
let's hit the crank it up camera here and just listen in here for a little bit.
All right.
I just love those cameras.
Oh man, these cars sound great, don't they?
They really do.
How you feeling about? I've been hearing. I don't know if you've heard that soon we're going to be going to a hybrid platform on these NASCARs.
Oh, really? I have not heard that.
Yeah, I think I had heard about that the beginning of the season. You know,
Okay.
could be nonsense, but that'd be interesting to see.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, isn't there's the F1 style cars that are hybrids, aren't there?
Right. Yeah, they have like a very small hybrid system where they can. I forget, is it called DRS or something like that, where they can get a boost and then they regen with their brakes. I'm not sure if it's going to be anything like that or if it's going to be more of a standard hybrid, where you're regenning with your motor. Who knows, man? But I think that would add some flair to the sport.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I mean, with the way fuel prices are right now, I don't think that'd be a bad idea.
I know. I wonder what they're paying for this race gas.
Oh, I can just imagine, but it's not cheap, that's for sure.
Yeah, they're probably, I don't know, $10, $15, $20 a gallon.
Well,
We're sitting here complaining about $5. And what are you paying?
Well, right now it's about $9 to $11 a gallon.
Oh my God, we're all
Yeah.
feeling pain at the pump.
Yeah, and I mean it's just gonna go up from there. So
Well, Mason Neal took back #1 spot. He's running away with the race again. That's where we left. Oh, you know what we didn't do is, you know what? We did do that. We did give our predictions. I am all over the place tonight. It's that COVID brain.
yeah, I feel that. I mean, thankfully I have not had it, but my mom and stepdad did, and they said they hated it. So I can just
Yeah,
I can
it's
just
not
feel
the
ya.
most fun. Yeah, man. Let's see. Coleman hanging in there mid-pack, towards the front of the mid-pack, #5, I believe. He was one of my picks for tonight. Mansfield, my other pick of the night, hanging in there. Number third.
number third. There you
Yep.
go.
And I think my money might go a long ways tonight if Mansfield can get on the podium.
Yeah, so they are coming up to some lap traffic here. That looks like the 81 of Brian McLaughlin. But they seem to get around him no problem.
Yeah, he's looking to be a good sport about it.
Yeah. So, I mean, Baker and Mansfield are only 1.2 and 1.5 seconds back from Neal, but I mean Neal's still got a commanding lead.
It might as well be double or triple that, man. I mean,
Yeah.
this track is it's not easy to make up that kind of time.
It's not, but you know, it's also he's putting a lot of wear on that car because I mean he's led the race for 70 laps now. Minus when he pitted. So.
That's true. I'm sure everybody's wondering what he's doing.
As he's coming into lap traffic here.
You know, one thing he is doing, he's just driving well.
Yeah, he's just chilled. He's just going. I mean,
he's probably got a lemonade in one hand, hot dog in the other, driving with his knees.
Oh, probably he's just they're driving like Miss Daisy right now, and you know we saw him last night in the GT3 series, and it looks similar. I mean, he was just driving. He was just having fun.
Yep.
So it looks
some
like
people are cool under pressure.
Robertson has joined the battle here for second. It looks like it looked like Baker got a little bit loose there.
Yeah, I feel like, let's see, we're approaching 75 laps in, so
yep. We're nearly halfway there.
Some of these guys are hurting. Yep.
So yeah, we're now halfway there, and it looks like Robertson has taken that position from Baker, so he's now in the third position.
Things are getting a little bit interesting here.
Yeah, but it seems Mansfield has kind of slowed down a bit. He's now 2.7s back.
Yeah, he may have taken your advice there, Rob, and said, hey, I'm going to rein this horse in a little bit so I don't wear my car out too fast.
He could have, or, you know, did lap traffic kind of give him a little bit of, you know, a run for his money kind of thing. So it looks like Mike Killenbeck is moving up here on Baker as well. As we have a four-car battle for fourth between Baker, Killenbeck, Coleman, and Smith. But he's able to hold him off for now.
For now, that is correct. Smith is making a run. Well, making another run on him.
Yeah, so Baker's on that high line. Now, we haven't really seen many other drivers running that high line, so does Baker see something out there? And there was almost a little bit of contact there.
I saw it. Who knows, man? I mean, everybody's got their preference. And we'll see what pays off in the end. But we're fighting for third place.
That's fighting for fourth.
Fourth place. Okay, there we go. Yeah, Baker's holding them off, but Coleman's going to put up a fight, I believe.
Yeah, and Neal's just got a 4-second lead now.
That is unbelievable.
That's crazy.
I mean, he could honestly probably lift a little bit and just kind of...
Oh, he probably could, for sure. Yeah, so we got everybody there. Mike Hoskins. Oh, sorry. Logan is a lap down. I'm like, why are they coming up on him? But it's because he's a lap down. We got that 4-car battle here going.
Looks like there's a battle for 6th place there. That 34 car looks like he pulled around. Oh, got a battle for 4th. And Coleman, or Mansfield rather, held him off. No, Coleman. I apologize.
Yeah, so we get the battle for third, or we'll go for the battle for 4th. So we have Hoskins, Baker. Sorry, not Hoskins. Hoskins is a lap down. We got Baker, Coleman, and Smith here.
And it looks like Coleman, a little contact. Looked like Coleman was about to lose that spot.
Yeah, Baker is just trying to hold on.
They're racing hard right now.
And Dahlman gets into the wall there.
Let's hope that doesn't slow him down too much. Looks like he's all right. Never falling into line. Let's see what happens.
Oh, that was close.
Uh-huh.
Now, Dahlman is 2 laps down, so he is lap traffic right now.
Oh, no.
Oh, and he gets spun.
Yep.
And we are under yellow.
Could that have been a little nudge from Coleman saying, "Hey, bud, you gotta let the lead guys take the track from you, man"?
It could have been. So, right now, we didn't do it during practice because we were a little flustered here, but what we're going to do is we're going to talk about our sponsors today. So, our sponsors are JP Alfonso Studios. All right, he's a tattoo artist out of North Atlanta. And Admin Box. Admin Box is another great sponsor for us. Their information is down in the description below. So we're just going to play a short video from them. And we'll be right back. And we are back. So everybody's coming in except for Brian Mansfield, it looks like, and Tyler Robertson.
Yeah, I wonder how it's going to play out.
Now, when was the last time that they pitted? Let's take a look here.
Around the 40 mark, I believe.
So
don't take my word for it, though.
So Mansfield's last pit stop was on lap 45. Robertson was on lap 46.
There we go.
So, So what was it? Last stop 46, so about 50 laps ago. So how much fuel does he actually have, and will he have enough for the rest of the race?
That's a good question, man.
Or is he just hoping for another caution?
That's what I'm thinking. At this rate, I'm sure we'll get at least one more caution. You know, maybe he's praying to the gods for that, man. But we'll know until until he either runs out of fuel or wins the race, maybe.
Yeah, absolutely. And looks like the lights on the pace car are still on, so we have at least 2 more to go till green. At least I'm fairly certain. Hey, camera crew. Okay, no, they are off. So we will be green the next time we're by front stretch here, as we are on the back stretch approaching turn 3. But Mason Neal is sitting in that 3rd position there.
This is going to be interesting.
He's been fast all night and always gets a jump. So it'll be interesting to see how this restart goes as the pace car dives down, and Mansfield is going to bring them to the green flag, and we are back green here at Bristol Motor Speedway.
Now, is Tyler Robertson going to hold him up? No, it doesn't look like it.
No, so it looks like Robertson got quite the jump, but Neal is right there, almost on the bumper of Mansfield there.
Oh, it looks like he's getting a good run on it.
Yeah, and Oh, he hit the apron a little bit and slowed him down a little bit. He can't quite seem to get past him. Almost a little bit of contact there. And it looks like Mansfield got a little loose there.
Yeah, Mansfield's putting up a hell of a fight for that position.
Oh, he is. He's like, yeah, no, you let enough laps. It's time for somebody else to.
That's right.
But Neil's right there on his bumper. He's like, hey, bud, like, come on, I'm faster than you. Let me around.
You know, we haven't been talking too much about Robertson tonight, and he's run off with the lead. Wonder how he's feeling.
He has. So he's got a 1.1 second lead here right now. And now that he's out front, he can just sit there and cruise. And, lead some laps. And I don't think he'll really have to worry until Mason Neal gets around
maybe now.
Mansfield, but it looks like Mansfield has dropped right back.
I wonder what happened.
Well, I'm not sure there.
Yeah, he went from second place down to 8th in about 2.5 seconds.
Let's see the pass. Let's see the pass to see if there was a little contact there or not.
Oh, he got loose into the wall.
Yeah, he got loose and went down on the wall.
That's a shame. He was having a good run.
Yeah, he was.
But I'm not counting him out. Not counting my boy out.
Oh no, not at all. And Neil is slowly reeling Robertson in. He's only 1.3 seconds back now. So
that's amazing. That is amazing. I bet you Robertson's feeling the pain, seeing that in his rearview mirror.
Yeah, for sure. As Mike Smith is coming through some lap traffic here. He's hunting down Mansfield.
That's going to be tough with Dahlman in the way.
Or sorry, he's hunting down Coleman. Not that far ahead of him.
No.
These guys every
I
week.
I think Mason Neal rather is going to catch Tyler Robertson and give him a run for his money for that number 1 spot. I don't know how he's doing it.
Yeah, I mean, it seems each lap he's cutting off nearly 1/10 of a second. So, I mean, he's got 7 laps to do. Well, he's got 41 laps or 40 laps now to catch him. And by the way he's going, it should only take him, 7 laps to cut that down if he cuts down 1/10 of a second each time. So.
And if he's putting pressure
and it
on
looks
Tyler,
we are under caution, and Ty Dahlman has crashed.
That's a shame. And I know Tyler Robertson's not happy about that.
No, not at all, because that brings Neil right beside him. Yeah, so it looks like he just gassed it too much in that corner, or coming out of that corner,
man.
and spun it. Oh, there was a little bit of contact there with Mansfield.
Mansfield can't catch a break this time around.
No, it doesn't look like it.
So they're all going to line back up, and I think Tyler is going to have a fight on his hands.
Oh, absolutely he's going to. And it looks like... Who's that? Number 71, that looked like. Might kill... That might kill him back? No. Not sure whose car that was that just went around.
Saying Neil is our number 1 guy right now. I wonder what happened to our man Robertson.
Yeah, so let me
Fell back to 8th place somehow.
So Tyler Robertson went into the pits.
Okay.
So that's what happened there.
Some tires. Yeah. Looks like we also got Mansfield in the pits, and who is that?
The 34 Ty Dahlman is down there as
Dahlman,
well.
yep.
Yeah. Lights on the pace car are still on.
Yep. We got Eddie Baker in second place. That's your pick.
Yeah, so we got Mason Neal, Eddie Baker, Kevin Coleman, James Smith, Logan Hoskins.
And he does like to make his appearance known at the end of the race. So
Yeah, he absolutely does. And I mean, you know, we have 34 laps to go. So now does Neal have enough fuel to last the rest?
that's a good question. You know, I feel like my gut is telling me that he's gone in with low fuel to get that speed. I mean, that's the only way I can see him getting that much of a lead.
Yeah.
But I could be wrong. That's just my gut. And if that's his strategy, he's going to come back to bite him. And Eddie Baker's going to be in a great position to take over that lead position.
Yeah. So I mean, he did pit at lap 92. It looks like.
Okay.
So
well then,
he should have. He more than likely has enough to last him the entire race now.
so we got Eddie and Coleman on him. And the number 48 of Hoskins, who's had a pretty good night as well.
Yeah, his lights are off, and we're approaching turn 3 here. That pace car will dive down.
It's going to be all about who gets the jump on this one.
And here we come. Around turn 4. Neal's going to bring it to the green flag here at the stand, and we are back green. And he just takes off.
Gosh.
He is gone.
Coleman and Eddie. Oh, Eddie gave up that second position pretty easily. Looks like he's falling into third, though. Not giving up on that one.
Now, Coleman's not letting Neal walk away with this at all. I mean, he's sticking with him pretty much.
Yeah, I guess he just didn't want to get caught up in an accident there. I can't blame him.
You know, they do look to be falling back a little bit.
Yeah, they do. Man. Not as bad as earlier, but definitely Neal is definitely putting a little bit of gap in between the 1 and 2 position there.
Robertson passing Killen back there and making a move on Smith here.
All fight for third place is going hard. Or fourth place, rather.
Yeah, fourth place. He almost got into the end of him there. He's all over his bumper. Robertson making the move to the inside.
Oh, man.
Didn't quite, and he's got the possession, but now he's got Baker in his sights now. As he dives down again.
He likes that low line, doesn't he?
He does, but that low line will just chew up your tires, though. And mind you, with 28 laps to go, we're not really all that much worried about it. So
that's very true. Very true. It looks like he's trying to go for a second place here.
Yeah, so he does get the position on Baker, and he's working on Coleman now. He gets around Coleman.
Wow.
And now all he has to do is reel in Neal.
And Eddie Baker, he's making a run. Looks like he got a little loose, and it looks like Coleman tapped the wall there.
Yeah, Coleman did tap the wall there, and it looked like James Smith has kind of gave him a little bump there, too.
Robertson is gaining some good ground on Neal. Now, there are 2 fast cars out here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, Neal's worried.
He's like, okay.
I can just see it. And we are 25 to go now.
Can he hold him off? I don't know. It'll be interesting if we get another caution, and we stay with Neal and Robertson where they're at. How this race would wind up finishing out. Coleman coming out of the pits there.
Yeah,
Going into the pits.
it'll be hard to say because, I mean, these guys are fast and, you know, they somehow jumped in front of this field and Robertson is easily reeling Neal in.
That's
But they've left the rest of the pack behind, so
I think Neal's going to lose first place. I do believe Robertson has the faster car to the pair right now.
well, it absolutely seems like that, and it looks like Neal got a little loose there, and Robertson just has it by nose right now as they come to the line, but Neal still holds it, but he loses that position.
That's tournament. Oh,
Yeah, so he is getting loose, so I mean, are his tires done from, you know, taking off so much? It's
very well could be, but if that's the case, then Tyler Robertson's going to be in the same boat here shortly.
Yeah, this is true. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring you the Crank It Up cameras, and we're gonna go side by side for a little word from our Twitch sponsors here. And we are back. So, Robertson has a lead of 1.3 on Neal. And
That's
but now,
unbelievable. I would never have guessed it.
now he is coming into lap traffic, so I mean, he just passes them like they're standing still.
That's just how Neal was doing earlier. And I'm surprised that we're seeing the number 48 car of Hoskins where he's at. He was having a hell of a race earlier.
Yeah, he was, and now he's currently a lap down. So it looks like right now we have Coleman out, Dahlman out, and Rawlings out.
Ah, that's a shame.
So I'm not sure what happened with Kevin Coleman there. Let's see if we can take a look to see what happened there. It doesn't quite show, so I'm not 100% sure what happened there. But we hope he's all right. We got James Smith and Eddie Baker fighting here for fourth.
Looks like Smith might edge him out.
Baker had him there at the line.
Yep.
So it looks like when they're on the stretch, James has them, and then as soon as they enter the corner, Baker's like, "Nope, I'm going to jump in front of you here." And
yeah. He's taking the better line, and I think he's actually practicing the patience. That's what's really going to be the advantage in this one.
Yeah, absolutely. And
But 8 to go. This is when you want to have that kind of attitude. He's not letting them by though, so.
no, so now everybody's going to go into defensive mode. They're going to, with 6 to go, they just want to, hold on to the position they're in and not give anything up. I mean, let's see if we can jump on board here with Neal as he Oh, it's the wrong camera, guys. There we go. We got the GoPro as he tries to chase Robertson down with 4 to go.
And running into lap traffic.
And they are running into lap traffic, so that's not going to help very much.
Did squeak by pretty clean, though.
Yeah, and he is gaining time for sure.
I think this was going to be a nail biter at the end here. Hopefully we don't have a caution. That'd be nice to see who could win this battle.
Yeah, for sure. And we got 2 to go here at Bristol Motor Speedway.
Well, that definitely slowed Robertson down.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he almost got into the back of Killen back there, but you know, as much as he probably doesn't want to pass him to make him go a lap down, he kind of has to at this point.
If he wants to hang
and
on
the
with that
checkered flag,
position.
or is that the checkered flag? Yep, that is the checkered flag. So right now, as it stands, we have Robertson, Neal, Mansfield, Baker. As he slows down to do his burnout here, if he does one.
Where did he start tonight? Do you remember?
So Robertson started second.
Okay. Yeah, it's not. He had a really good night then. You know, didn't make too much of a fuss during the beginning of the race, but came back and really nailed on to and hung his helmet on the number 1 spot.
Yeah, absolutely. So our biggest movers tonight, we have 2 of them. So we had Eddie Baker that moved 4 spots from 8th and finished in the 4th position. And Brendan McLaughlin started 12th and he ended 4th. So
yeah, that was a good push by him, I would say.
Yeah. So as he's
all in all, I mean, this is not how I expected the race to end.
No, not at all.
I mean, how many laps did Mason Neal wind up leading and let it slip out of his hands at the last second? It's got to be killing him.
Oh, for sure. And I mean, I'm pretty sure he led close to 90 laps here. But wow, that was incredible. Guys in the timing booth need to get their stuff together.
Our technical difficulties tonight, guys. We're having one of them nights here. Let's see what you want to pull Eddie down and see what he has to say.
Yeah, so we'll have a chat with him, and yeah, for some reason I'm not able to pull it up. I'm not sure what's going on there, but we will have a chat with them. Let's see here. So we had Tyler Robertson in first. I'll get him down.
Where did they wind up running off to?
They're up here.
iRacing.
All right, Tyler, this is Rob in the booth. How you got me?
Hey, I got you.
All right, so Mason Neal led 90% of that race, and then all of a sudden you were there and you just walked off with the rest of it, and he wasn't able to catch you. So how did you do it?
I had a sinking suspicion that they were going to be done with cautions, so I needed to come get tires on that last caution. He stayed out, and I thought I wasn't going to have any time to catch him. But once I got past Eddie and Kevin, I started watching him get a little loose. I don't know if he was pushing it or not, and I knew I could catch him because I started gaining about a tenth or two a lap. And once I caught him and got around him, I actually pushed quite a bit harder to get away from him because he did start running me back down.
Hey, Ben here. Yeah, we were seeing that, man. You started off second position. You didn't make too much of a racket during the, I'd say, the beginning and the middle of that race, but towards the end, when you were fighting Neal, we were shocked that somebody was able to run him down just by the way he was leading all night. Was he giving you any fuss about it?
Uh, well, it was kind of funny that the whole race there was a bunch of cautions that made it like 10 to 15 laps after the caution, kind of even everybody out. And he definitely had the superior car. I'm not taking it. He definitely had the car. I think I was probably a good top three, top two car, but I had nothing for him on the long run by any means. But yeah, like I say, he stayed out on that last caution, and 12 these cars are so evil on tires. It doesn't even matter what you're doing. And so when he stayed out, I came in. I knew I had about 12 laps on my tires. I was like, all right, if I can get around, if I can get to second, I can catch him. And that's the only way I caught him. I did not catch him. I did not have the car for him. It was all
Uh,
tires.
Yeah, Rob. Just like we suspected that tires was going to play the leading role in the ending of this race, and it does seem like Robertson made the wise decision to take tires when when Mason Neal did not, and that's how he pulled it off.
Yeah, and I mean, you did an amazing job. You do a great job each and every week that you come out, and it's just an absolute joy to see you, on the track. It looked like you did get collected in one of the wrecks early on, I believe, and you were able to bounce back from that and did amazing. So.
Yeah, make sure Pepsi gives you a little bit of a raise. All right.
Well, I've had dismal weeks the last couple times, and I figured short track is my bread and butter. I need to get out here and put forth the action to finally get this win, and I'm glad it panned out for me the way it did. And I'm not going to try to wreck any more weeks after this.
I hear you, man. You got anybody you want to shout out tonight?
Uh, well, thank you for Valvoline. Thank you for Pepsi. Thank you for WFO Racing for building me a good ride for the week. And you know, thanks everybody for coming out for the race, and hope to see everybody again next week.
Awesome. Appreciate you, buddy.
Thank you.
Oh, Rob, what do you think about that?
All right. Well, that was great. I mean, like you said, like I said, tires were going to be a factor, and they clearly were. So, it's a tough break for Mason Neal. But I'm sure he'll be back next week and come even stronger. So let's see if we can get him on the radio here.
Yeah, gotta know his strategy early on.
All right, Mason, this is Rob in the booth. How you got me?
Hey, gotcha.
All right. Well, you led 90% of that race, and really it came down to the last 25 laps. So walk us through what happened there that, Robertson was able to come by you.
Basically just broke down to some untimely cautions and didn't really catch them the right way. We were happy to be up front the whole time, and it just came down to that yellow, taking tires or not. And some of the people in the back that were having a little bit harder of a time and a part of those yellows ended up making their way off the track, and it just kind of screwed us over a little bit. So that's racing, though, and that's Bristol. So
Hey, Mason, Ben here. It seems like you and Tyler have a similar story when it comes down to tires. You regret not taking tires now that you're looking back on it?
I mean, before that caution, it would only been like 10 laps since I took my second set, or my took a set. So I was like, well, I mean, do I want to put the last set on the car or wait for like a caution with 20 to go?
Mm-hmm.
Because the way the cautions were falling, it was happening like every 10 laps, and then it just didn't work out, and that ended up screwing me over. Would have
Right.
been much
Yeah.
better suited to put the tires on the car.
Well, that's a tough break, man. But you led like Rob was saying, you led 90 plus laps. So I know your sponsors got to be proud of you for that, and I know we are over here too, man.
Yeah, thank you. 107. I'm looking at the results right now.
107. There we go.
Yeah, yeah. It'd be like that sometimes though. So
Yeah.
Very true. And you have anybody you want to shout out tonight while we're on the air?
I'll go ahead and shout out everybody here at Happy Hour Racing, putting on a great league, and also you guys for a great broadcast. So thank you guys.
All right. Well, congratulations on the second. You led 107 laps out of 150. You got to be proud of that. And I know every time you're on the track, it's a joy to see you. So, we can't wait for next week, and I'm sure we'll get you in the GT3 series again too. So,
Sounds good. Thank you, guys.
all right,
Have
have
a
a
good
good
night,
one.
man.
Let's see if we can get Brian down here. All right, Brian, this is Rob in the booth. How you got me? So, you had a little bit of a tough break early on. You got into a little bit of a wreck there with Robertson, but you were able to bounce back and you finished third. So, how are you feeling about tonight?
Feeling pretty good. Like you said, I got in an early incident there and was able to get the car fixed. And then later in the race, I made a mistake. It's real tough on the bottom in these cars. You get real loose if you get up under somebody. And I got sideways and got into the inside wall. Was able to keep it straight though. Uh, Tyler Mason was roughly 5 seconds behind me, put me a lap down when that caution came out. So that was my saving grace. There that last run, I was following Tyler through the pack, and me and him had new tires, and got hung up behind some cars, and I ran the bottom too long. And once I got by him, I had nothing left.
Hey, Brian, Ben here. This is the second week in a row where you've had two tough breaks. I'd say you wound up on top this time around. At least you were on podium this time. Coming from last week to this week, how you feeling?
Feeling pretty good. We ran 7 races. I've had 7 top 5s, and my goal here tonight was get the Combs Family Museum Autism Awareness Chevrolet into the top 5 and get out of here, with a top 5. Uh, Happy that I got it in top 3. Not looking forward to next week when we go to Watkins Glen because for those of you that have watched me race road course, I'm not very good at road courses. So I'm hoping next week I can survive. It's a tight points battle, y'all. I just done the points and posted them up on the Facebook page, and Mason is 3 points behind me, and Brandon McLaughlin is 25 points behind, and we still got 4 races left or so. So it is a tight points battle at the top.
I hear you, man. You are consistent. That's one thing I've noticed over the past couple of weeks that I've been filling in here, man. And I just want to give you my round of applause, man, and also thank you for running the autism awareness car for us out here every week.
Yes, sir. My son's autistic, and I know what it's like to have an autistic child. And several of our racers have autistic children. And my son now is 16 years old, and it's a struggle at times. But I run the autism awareness card to bring awareness to autism. But like you said, my main goal is be consistent, and that's what gets you out front. I haven't won a race yet. I hope it comes, but I'm planning on trying to just continue consistency.
Exactly. That's a good plan. Rob, you got any questions for our guy here?
Yeah, well, I mean, like I've said to every other racer here tonight, it's always a joy to see you out on the track, and you know, the cars you bring out are beautiful, and I'm glad you do this because I have friends that have children on the spectrum as well, and it just makes me proud to see somebody supporting such a great cause, and we can't wait to see you next week at Watkins Glen, even though, road courses aren't your thing. I know you like to turn the wheel left, you don't like to turn it right. So
Who knows? It might be your night to shine.
Out of all the road courses, Watkins Glen is probably my best. And like I said, I'm looking forward to next week. Regardless of what happens, I come out to have fun and chat with my buddies on here. And I appreciate y'all. What y'all do. Every season, I run a different paint scheme, and usually I throw it back to some NASCAR legends. But this season, I threw it doing autism awareness. So, like I said, thank y'all for what y'all do, and I guess we'll see y'all next Monday for the dirt races.
yes, sir.
Absolutely.
All right, thanks a lot, Brian.
Thank you.
All right, Ben. So, what are your final thoughts on tonight's race?
Honestly, I couldn't have predicted the way this race was going to turn out. The only thing I did predict was that there were going to be some cautions from cars getting loose, and that it was going to be a tires game, just like you had mentioned. Um, I'm real proud of our boy Mansfield there and him placing third place, especially after the tough break he had last week. And I'm proud of Mason Neal, and Tyler Robertson. They both had a hell of a run. I think everybody had their time to shine tonight for the most part. And it was a tight race for a couple of these guys out here. And I'm honestly also shocked that we didn't get more cautions just based on um, what I was feeling watching practice and all that going into it. All in all, I think it was a great night for all these guys out here.
Yeah, absolutely. And this track is tough, and it likes to chew you up and spit you out. And it's not like any other track, that's for sure. And these guys put on a great show for us tonight, and I can't wait to watch them go around the track at Watkins Glen. And yeah, it's gonna be a great time for sure. And I know on Monday, let me just check my itinerary of where we're going here. So on Monday, we're going to Lanier National for the 360 sprints and Cedar Lake for the 358 modifieds. So it looks like Andrew and I got a couple of really fast flights to catch here as we jump between the tracks here. But in closing, I just want to thank our sponsors, JP Alfonso Studios and Admin Box, as well as Happy Hour Racing, the league that we broadcast. Without them, we wouldn't be here and we wouldn't be bringing this to you. And we thank them each and every time, just because, we love what we do and they allow us to be able to bring it to you. So with that, I just want to make sure that, everybody that's listening tonight, just be safe. Wherever you're listening from your home, from the stands, in your car, wherever you are, just be safe. And we hope to catch you back here Monday night for some dirt track racing. And it's going to be fun. So we'll catch you guys later.
See y'all.
This broadcast is the property of the United Gaming Network and Twitch.tv. All reproductions of this broadcast must be approved by the United Gaming Network staff. United Gaming Network does not claim any responsibility for any mishaps that may occur while listening to this production. United Gaming Network reserves the right to delete, mute, and/or move streaming locations without notice. All opinions during the broadcast are those of the announcers and did not have any outside influence. Thank you.